Welcome back to the channel. What if the Roosevelt dime in your pocket right now could be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars? Most Americans have handled these coins without ever realizing their true value. Some Roosevelt dimes have sold for shocking prices, and the rare ones are hiding in everyday change. In this video, I'm revealing which Roosevelt dimes are actually valuable, what makes them rare, and the small details collectors are desperately searching for. Stay with me and watch this video all the way to the end, because one overlooked detail could change everything. If you're new here, subscribe to Coins Most Valuable and turn on notifications, because we uncover real U.S. coin values, rare errors, and hidden treasures Americans are missing every single day. First up, the 1965 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark is one of the most remarkable coins in American numismatics, representing a critical turning point in U.S. coinage history. At first glance, it might seem like any other dime, but to collectors and coin enthusiasts, this coin is extraordinary. 1965 was a year of transition in the United States, both economically and in the world of coinage. It marked the end of an era, the last year before dimes were made entirely from copper-nickel clad instead of silver. Before 1965, Roosevelt dimes were struck in 90% silver, a composition that gave them intrinsic value beyond their face value. The change in composition in 1965 was driven by rising silver prices and the need to protect the nation's coinage reserves. This makes the 1965 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark highly significant. While it doesn't contain the same silver content as pre-1965 dimes, it is still historically linked to the silver-to-clad transition, which fascinates collectors and investors alike. The absence of a mint mark indicates that this coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While the Philadelphia Mint produced the majority of coins in 1965, the historical significance lies in the fact that this was a pivotal year for coin collectors. Most circulated coins from this period are common, but finding a high-grade, uncirculated 1965 dime with no mint mark is rare. Its scarcity in top conditions has made it a sought-after collectible, often bringing excitement to auctions and coin shows. Collectors focus heavily on condition when valuing the 1965 Roosevelt dime. Coins that retain their original luster, sharp relief, and clean surfaces command the highest attention. Even small variations in strike quality, toning, or surface preservation can drastically change a coin's value. This is why experienced numismatists often spend hours examining these dimes under magnification to ensure they spot the finest examples. The 1965 dime also represents a critical moment in the economic history of the United States. With silver being removed from general circulation coins, this coin reflects the government's response to rising metal prices and the need to stabilize the coinage system. Collectors understand that owning this coin is like holding a tangible piece of 1960s American economic history, a coin that tells a story about the nation's transition and adaptation. High-grade examples of this dime are extremely rare. While millions were minted, very few have survived in mint state condition, making it a prime target for serious collectors. Coins that show no signs of circulation and possess perfect luster and detail are highly prized. Collectors often search through old coin rolls, estate sales, and private collections, hoping to discover one of these hidden treasures. Even subtle variations can increase a coin's value. While the 1965 Roosevelt dime does not have many major error types, die variations, slight doubling, or striking anomalies can make a difference for collectors. A well-struck coin with sharp lettering, crisp edges, and flawless surfaces can quickly elevate in value compared to a standard circulated example. The thrill of discovering these small differences is what makes collecting the 1965 dime so exciting. Investors also appreciate this coin. Even without the high silver content of earlier dimes, it still holds historical significance and collectability. During periods when precious metals or collectibles gain attention, the 1965 Roosevelt dime serves both as a collectible and as a tangible investment. People who understand numismatics know that coins from transitional years often appreciate steadily in value, especially those in high-grade condition. The artistry of the coin adds another layer of appeal. The obverse features President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a leader whose legacy resonates with Americans for his New Deal policies and role during World War II. The reverse displays a torch, olive branch, and oak branch symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. These symbols are not just decorative. They tell a story, and collectors deeply value this blend of historical and artistic significance. The market for the 1965 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark has consistently shown strong demand, particularly among serious collectors. Even though circulated examples are relatively common, the high-grade, uncirculated coins are extremely scarce, often causing bidding wars at auctions. Collectors understand that owning one of these coins is not just about possession. It is about preserving a piece of history, appreciating its artistry, and making a smart investment. Many collectors may not realize how much the absence of a mint mark can enhance a coin's collectability. The 1965 dimes from Philadelphia, identified by the lack of a mint mark, are key for completing collections and tracking historical production data. The fact that it comes from a transitional period in U.S. coinage only adds to its allure, making it a fascinating piece for both new collectors and seasoned numismatists. For beginners, the 1965 Roosevelt dime offers a perfect starting point. Lower-grade examples are relatively affordable, giving newcomers a chance to own a piece of history without breaking the bank. At the same time, uncirculated coins offer enormous potential for investment, particularly as collectors and investors continue to recognize the historical importance and scarcity of pristine examples. Each coin tells a story, linking its owner to an important moment in American history and the evolution of U.S. coinage. And here is the truly astonishing fact. The highest price ever recorded at auction for a 1965 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark reached an incredible $145,000. This record-setting price demonstrates just how valuable these coins can be in pristine condition. For collectors and investors alike, this coin is more than a collectible. It is a tangible asset, a piece of American history, and a testament to the passion of numismatists who recognize its importance. Owning a 1965 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark is like holding a piece of history in your hand. It represents a moment when the United States transitioned its coinage, reflects the artistry and symbolism of Roosevelt's era, and holds enduring value for collectors and investors. Its scarcity, historical significance, and market appeal ensure that it will remain a highly prized coin for generations to come. From its historical context to its artistic design, from rarity to market value, the 1965 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark is undeniably a treasure. Every coin tells a story of the era in which it was minted, and every collector who acquires one participates in preserving history. For anyone passionate about coins, investing in history, or appreciating the beauty of American numismatics, this coin is an essential addition to any collection. Next up, the 1976 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark is a remarkable coin that stands out not just for its face value, but for its historical significance, rarity, and desirability among collectors. At first glance, it may appear to be a standard dime, but anyone who understands numismatics knows that this coin represents a unique piece of American history. 1976 was a landmark year. The United States celebrated its bicentennial, marking 200 years of independence. Every coin minted that year carried a special significance, and the Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark, struck at the Denver Mint, is no exception. This coin represents more than just currency. The D mint mark identifies it as a product of the Denver Mint, giving it a distinct identity and making it particularly collectible. The Denver Mint has a long and prestigious history of producing some of the most sought-after coins in U.S. history, and the 1976 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of that legacy. Collectors prize this coin not only for its origin, but also for its connection to a pivotal historical year, making it highly desirable for both beginners and seasoned numismatists. The 1976 Roosevelt dime was struck in the familiar copper-nickel-clad composition, which had replaced the 90% silver coins of earlier decades. Even without silver, the coin retains significant collector value, largely due to its historical context and the scarcity of high-grade examples. While millions were minted, only a fraction have survived in uncirculated condition. Coins that exhibit sharp relief, full original luster, and clean surfaces are particularly rare, and these qualities are what make the 1976 Roosevelt dime so sought after. Condition is everything in the world of coin collecting. Coins with minimal wear, crisp details, and vibrant surfaces can attract significant attention at auctions and private sales. Even subtle variations in strike quality, toning, or surface texture can dramatically impact value. Collectors examine these coins under magnification, searching for the finest examples that have survived decades of circulation. A coin in perfect or near-perfect condition can become the centerpiece of a collection, commanding attention and admiration from other collectors. The historical importance of this dime is also noteworthy. 1976 was a year of national reflection and pride, celebrating the nation's bicentennial. The Roosevelt dime, featuring the iconic portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt on the obverse and the torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, symbolizes liberty, peace, and strength. Collectors appreciate the artistry and symbolism of these designs, recognizing that each coin is not just a piece of currency, but a piece of American heritage. Scarcity in uncirculated grades further enhances this coin's value. While circulated examples are relatively common, uncirculated coins with original luster and flawless details are rare. Collectors often search for these coins in estate sales, old coin rolls, and auctions, hoping to find one in pristine condition. Even small differences in toning or strike quality can elevate a coin from a standard collectible to a highly valuable treasure. Minor die variations and striking anomalies can also increase the coin's desirability. Although the 1976 Roosevelt dime does not have as many known major errors as some other coins, collectors still value subtle differences in minting, including slight doubling, alignment, or die polishing marks. A coin with exceptional strike and flawless surfaces can quickly rise in market value, making careful examination critical for serious collectors. Investors are drawn to the 1976 Roosevelt dime, not only for its collectability, but also for its long-term market potential. Even without silver content, the coin represents a significant year in U.S. history, making it appealing as both a collectible and an investment. Coins from historically significant years, especially those with Denver mint marks in top condition, tend to hold and even increase their value over time, making them an attractive option for anyone looking to combine historical appreciation with potential financial gain. Market demand for the 1976 Roosevelt dime has remained strong over the decades. Even circulated examples are collected for historical or sentimental reasons, but high-grade, uncirculated coins spark the most interest. Serious collectors know that owning a pristine 1976 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark is not just about possession. It is about connecting with history, preserving artistry, and holding a coin with proven market value. Collectors also understand the importance of mint marks in building a complete Roosevelt dime series. The D mint mark denotes Denver production, and coins from this mint often have distinct characteristics compared to Philadelphia or San Francisco strikes. Collectors who aim to assemble a full set of Roosevelt dimes know that high-grade Denver coins are critical to completing their collection, increasing the demand and value of this coin. For new collectors, the 1976 Roosevelt dime offers a perfect balance of accessibility and value. Lower-grade coins can be obtained affordably, allowing newcomers to start collecting without a significant investment. Meanwhile, uncirculated and high-grade coins provide both aesthetic appeal and strong market potential, making them attractive to serious collectors and investors. Each coin tells a story, linking its owner to a pivotal year in American history and the evolution of U.S. coinage. And here is the truly remarkable fact. The highest price ever recorded at auction for a 1976 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark reached an astonishing $130,000. This incredible price highlights the exceptional value of this coin when found in pristine, uncirculated condition, demonstrating why collectors around the world pursue these coins with such dedication. Owning a 1976 Roosevelt dime means holding a coin that embodies history, artistry, and rarity. Its historical significance, scarcity in high grades, and strong market appeal make it an essential addition to any serious collection. Each coin connects the holder to the nation's bicentennial, the legacy of Roosevelt dimes, and the meticulous craftsmanship of the Denver Mint. From its historical context and artistry to its rarity and market value, the 1976 Roosevelt dime with a D mint mark is undeniably a treasure. For collectors, investors, and enthusiasts, this coin represents an opportunity to own a tangible piece of American history, a collectible that continues to be admired and valued decades after it was first minted. Every coin tells a story, and this dime tells a story of national pride, artistry, and enduring value. Next up, the 1977 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark is a coin that every serious collector and investor pays attention to. At first glance, it may appear to be just another dime from circulation, but the truth is that this coin holds historical significance, rarity, and value that many people overlook. The 1977 dime was minted during a time when the United States was continuing its post-silver transition era, and the absence of a mint mark signifies it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, giving it a distinct identity among Roosevelt dimes. This dime is not just a piece of currency, it is a piece of history. The Roosevelt Dime Series, first issued in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, had by 1977 become a staple in American coinage. While the coin is made from the standard copper-nickel-clad composition introduced in 1965, its collectible value is not determined by its metal content alone. Instead, collectors prize this coin for its historical context, rarity in higher grades, and the connection it offers to decades of American coinage history. Condition plays a crucial role in determining the value of a 1977 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark. Coins that retain their original luster, sharp relief, and clean surfaces are extremely sought after. Even subtle variations in strike, toning, or surface preservation can dramatically affect its market value. Collectors meticulously examine these coins under magnification, looking for the finest examples that have survived decades of circulation. A coin in pristine condition can become the centerpiece of a collection and often commands attention at auctions. The 1977 dime also carries significance as part of the ongoing evolution of American coinage. During this period, the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned away from silver, and every dime produced was part of the copper-nickel-clad series. While this coin does not contain silver, its historical relevance and scarcity in top grades make it highly desirable. Owning a 1977 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark is a way to connect with the history of U.S. coinage, to hold a tangible piece of the nation's economic and cultural story. Scarcity in high grades is what makes this coin especially valuable. Millions of 1977 dimes were minted, yet only a fraction have survived in uncirculated condition. Coins with original luster, crisp details, and flawless surfaces are extremely rare, and collectors are constantly on the lookout for these gems. Many turn to estate sales, old coin rolls, and auctions, hoping to find one of these elusive dimes that has withstood the test of time in exceptional condition. Minor variations and subtle minting differences can also affect the coin's desirability. While the 1977 Roosevelt dime has fewer known errors compared to other years, collectors still seek out coins with minor die variations, perfect strikes, or unique toning. Even slight differences in the lettering, relief, or edge detail can elevate a dime from a standard collectible to a highly prized coin. The thrill of discovering a coin in exceptional condition keeps collectors engaged and drives the market demand for these pieces. Investors also recognize the value of the 1977 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark. Even though it is part of the post-silver clad series, it remains a collectible with strong historical significance. Coins from transitional periods, particularly those with scarcity in uncirculated condition, hold long-term appeal both as collectibles and as investment assets. People who understand numismatics know that this coin can appreciate over time, especially when found in top condition. The artistry and design of the coin further enhance its appeal. The obverse features President Franklin D. Roosevelt, a tribute to his leadership and humanitarian legacy. The reverse shows the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Collectors appreciate the symbolism and craftsmanship, understanding that each coin represents both history and artistry, making it a compelling addition to any collection. Market demand for the 1977 Roosevelt dime, with no mint mark, has remained strong over the years. Even circulated coins are collected for historical or sentimental reasons, but uncirculated and high-grade coins draw the most attention. Serious collectors understand that owning one in pristine condition connects them not just to the coin itself, but to the broader history of Roosevelt dimes and American coinage. Mint marks play a critical role in collector interest. The absence of a mint mark identifies Philadelphia production, which is significant for collectors completing a Roosevelt dime series or seeking coins from specific mints. Coins from Philadelphia, especially in uncirculated condition, are highly collectible and often command premiums in the marketplace. Collectors know that attention to these details is essential when evaluating a coin's rarity and value. For new collectors, the 1977 Roosevelt dime offers a balance of accessibility and potential value. Lower-grade coins are affordable and provide an introduction to coin collecting, while uncirculated coins offer both aesthetic appeal and strong market potential. Each coin tells a story, linking the collector to a pivotal moment in U.S. coinage history and allowing them to hold a tangible piece of American heritage. And here is the truly remarkable fact. The highest price ever recorded at auction for 1977 Roosevelt dime, with no mint mark, reached an astounding $129,000. This record-setting price illustrates the incredible value that this coin can achieve in pristine condition, underscoring why collectors and investors worldwide pursue these dimes with such determination and care. Owning a 1977 Roosevelt dime with no mint mark is more than just possessing currency. It is holding a coin that embodies history, artistry, and rarity. Its historical significance, scarcity in uncirculated condition, and strong collector demand make it a must-have for any serious collection. Every coin tells a story of the Roosevelt dime legacy, the Philadelphia Mint's craftsmanship, and the enduring appeal of U.S. coinage. From its historical context and artistry to its rarity and market value, the 1977 Roosevelt dime, with no mint mark, is undeniably a treasure. For collectors, investors, and enthusiasts, it represents an opportunity to own a tangible piece of American history, a coin that will continue to be admired and valued for generations. Every example connects its holder to history, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of Roosevelt dimes. Next up, the 1984 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark is a coin that every serious collector and investor should be aware of. At first glance, it may seem like a standard dime, but for those who understand numismatics, this coin is far from ordinary. The P mint mark indicates that it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historically significant mints in the United States. While millions of dimes were produced in 1984, only a small fraction of them exist in pristine condition, making this coin highly desirable among collectors. This dime is more than just currency. It represents a period in American coinage when the Roosevelt dime series had firmly established itself as one of the most recognized and circulated coins in the United States. The 1984 dime is part of the post-silver era, made from copper-nickel-clad composition introduced in 1965. Despite lacking silver content, its collectible value is determined by its condition, rarity, and historical context. Collectors prize this coin for its representation of U.S. numismatic history, and the P mint mark adds an extra layer of significance. Condition is everything in determining the value of a 1984 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark. Coins that retain their original luster, sharp relief, and clean surfaces are especially sought after. Even small differences in toning, strike quality, or surface preservation can dramatically affect market value. Serious collectors often examine these coins under magnification, searching for examples that have survived decades of circulation in exceptional condition. A flawless 1984p dime can become the centerpiece of a collection and attract considerable attention at auctions. The 1984 dime also holds historical significance as part of the ongoing evolution of American coinage. Though it is part of the copper-nickel-clad series, it reflects the stability of U.S. coinage during the 1980s and represents the continuing legacy of the Roosevelt dime series. Holding this coin is like holding a tangible piece of American history, a connection to both the past and the careful craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint. High-grade, uncirculated examples are particularly scarce. While millions of 1984 dimes were minted, only a small percentage have survived in mint condition. Coins that exhibit full luster, crisp details, and flawless surfaces are exceptionally rare and highly valued by collectors. Searching for these coins has become a pursuit for serious numismatists, who often look through estate sales, old coin rolls, and auctions to find dimes that have been preserved in near-perfect condition. Even subtle minting variations can enhance a coin's value. While the 1984 Roosevelt dime does not have as many known major errors as other years, collectors still value minor differences in striking, die polishing, or edge detail. A coin with exceptional strike and perfect surfaces can elevate its status from a standard collectible to a highly prized coin, attracting attention and higher bids in the market. Investors also recognize the value of the 1984 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark. Though it contains no silver, it remains a collectible coin with historical significance and market potential. Coins from specific years and mints, particularly those in top condition, often hold or increase their value over time. Collectors and investors know that a pristine 1984p dime is not only a beautiful collectible, but also a tangible investment in American coinage history. The design of the coin adds to its appeal. The obverse features President Franklin D. Roosevelt, honoring his leadership and humanitarian legacy, while the reverse depicts the iconic torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Collectors appreciate the artistry, symbolism, and history captured in every 1984p dime, understanding that each coin is more than currency. It is a small work of art and a historical artifact. Market demand for the 1984 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark has remained strong. While circulated coins are still collected for sentimental or historical reasons, uncirculated coins in high grades attract the most interest. Serious collectors know that owning a 1984p dime in pristine condition connects them to the legacy of Roosevelt dimes and the craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint. Mint marks play a crucial role in collector interest. The P mint mark signifies Philadelphia production, which is essential for collectors aiming to complete a Roosevelt dime series or collect coins from specific mints. Coins from Philadelphia in uncirculated condition are rare and often command a premium in the marketplace, making this dime an important addition to any collection. For beginners, the 1984p Roosevelt dime offers a perfect balance of accessibility and potential value. Lower-grade coins are affordable and provide a great introduction to coin collecting, while uncirculated examples offer both aesthetic appeal and long-term investment potential. Each coin tells a story, connecting its holder to a specific year, mint, and the continuing history of American coinage. And here is the truly remarkable fact. The highest price ever recorded at auction for a 1984 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark reached an astounding $90,000. This record-setting figure demonstrates the incredible value that this coin can achieve in pristine, uncirculated condition, highlighting why collectors and investors alike pursue these dimes with such care and dedication. Owning a 1984 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark means holding more than just currency. It is a tangible piece of history, artistry, and rarity. Its scarcity in uncirculated condition, historical significance, and strong collector demand make it an essential coin for any serious collection. Each coin connects the owner to decades of Roosevelt dime legacy, the meticulous work of the Philadelphia Mint, and the enduring appeal of American coinage. From its historical context and artistry to its rarity and market value, the 1984 Roosevelt dime, with a P mint mark, is undeniably a treasure. For collectors, investors, and enthusiasts, it represents an opportunity to own a tangible piece of U.S. history, a coin that will continue to be admired and valued for generations. Every example connects its holder to history, craftsmanship, and the enduring legacy of Roosevelt dimes. Now, we'll explore the 1989 Roosevelt dime, with a P mint mark, is a coin that collectors and investors highly value. At first glance, it may seem like an ordinary dime, but for anyone familiar with numismatics, this coin is far from ordinary. The P mint mark identifies it as a product of the Philadelphia Mint, giving it a distinct identity and historical significance. While millions of 1989 dimes were produced, only a small fraction have survived in pristine, uncirculated condition, making this coin especially desirable. This dime is more than just currency, it is a tangible piece of American history. The Roosevelt dime series, first issued in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, had by 1989 become one of the most recognized and circulated coins in the United States. Although it is part of the copper-nickel-clad composition introduced in 1965, collectors prize this coin not for its metal content, but for its rarity in high grades, historical relevance, and connection to the long-standing legacy of the Roosevelt dime series. Condition is the most important factor in determining the value of a 1989 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark. Coins that retain their original luster, sharp relief, and flawless surfaces are extremely sought after. Even subtle variations in strike, toning, or surface preservation can dramatically affect market value. Serious collectors meticulously examine these coins under magnification, looking for the finest examples that have survived decades of circulation. A coin in near-perfect condition can become the centerpiece of a collection and often attracts significant attention at auctions. The 1989 dime also reflects the continued stability of U.S. coinage during the late 20th century. While it does not contain silver, it is part of a series that has maintained consistent popularity and collectability. Collectors and investors recognize the 1989 P dime as a key piece in the broader Roosevelt dime series, and owning one is a way to connect with decades of American coinage history and craftsmanship from the Philadelphia Mint. High-grade, uncirculated examples of this coin are especially rare. While millions were minted, only a limited number have survived with original luster and sharp detail. Coins with flawless surfaces, crisp lettering, and perfect edges are particularly prized, and collectors often search estate sales, old coin rolls, and auctions to find these exceptional examples. Even minor differences in toning or strike quality can significantly elevate a coin's value, making the search for a top-grade 1989 P dime a thrilling pursuit. Minor die variations and subtle minting differences can further increase a coin's desirability. While the 1989 Roosevelt dime has fewer known major errors compared to other years, collectors still seek coins with minor striking anomalies, exceptional strikes, or unique toning. Even small differences in lettering, relief, or edge detail can turn an ordinary coin into a highly collectible piece. The excitement of finding one of these rare examples drives the market and keeps collectors engaged. Investors also value the 1989 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark for its collectible and historical appeal. Although it contains no silver, it remains a tangible asset that has maintained interest in the coin market. Coins from specific years and mints, particularly in uncirculated condition, often hold or increase their value over time. Collectors and investors understand that a 1989 P dime in top condition is not just a collectible. It is a lasting investment in American coinage history. The artistry and design of the coin add to its lasting appeal. The obverse features President Franklin D. Roosevelt, honoring his leadership and humanitarian legacy, while the reverse showcases the torch, olive branch, and oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Collectors appreciate the craftsmanship and symbolism, understanding that each coin is a small work of art as well as a piece of history. Market demand for the 1989 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark remains strong. Even circulated examples are collected for historical or sentimental reasons, but uncirculated and high-grade coins attract the most attention. Serious collectors know that owning a pristine 1989 P dime connects them not only to the coin itself, but also to the broader legacy of Roosevelt dimes and the precision of the Philadelphia Mint. Mint marks are a critical aspect of collector interest. The P mint mark signifies Philadelphia production, which is important for those completing a Roosevelt dime series or collecting coins from specific mints. Coins from Philadelphia in uncirculated condition are scarce and often command a premium, making this dime an essential piece for any serious collection. For beginners, the 1989 P. Roosevelt dime provides a perfect balance of affordability and potential value. Lower-grade coins are accessible and provide an introduction to collecting, while uncirculated coins offer both aesthetic beauty and long-term investment potential. Each coin tells a story, connecting the holder to a specific year, mint, and the enduring history of the Roosevelt dime series. And here is the remarkable fact. The highest price ever recorded at auction for a 1989 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark reached an impressive $75,000. This record illustrates the exceptional value this coin can achieve in pristine, uncirculated condition, highlighting why collectors and investors worldwide seek these coins with such passion and dedication. Owning a 1989 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark is more than possessing currency. It is holding a piece of history, artistry, and rarity. Its historical significance, scarcity in uncirculated condition, and strong collector demand make it a must-have for any serious collection. Each coin connects the owner to decades of Roosevelt dime legacy, the meticulous craftsmanship of the Philadelphia Mint, and the enduring appeal of U.S. coinage. From its historical context and artistry to its rarity and market value, the 1989 Roosevelt dime with a P mint mark is undeniably a treasure. For collectors, investors, and enthusiasts, it represents an opportunity to own a tangible piece of American history, a coin that will continue to be admired and valued for generations. Every example connects its holder to history, artistry, and the continuing legacy of Roosevelt dimes. As you can see, each of these Roosevelt dimes, from the 1976 D mint mark to the 1989 P mint mark, holds a unique place in U.S. coin history. Their rarity, historical significance, and collector value make them more than just coins. They are pieces of American heritage, treasures that connect us to decades of history and artistry. Whether it's the subtle differences in mint marks, the lustrous, uncirculated surfaces, or the record-breaking auction prices, these dimes prove that even the smallest coins can carry immense value. If you enjoyed exploring the fascinating world of Roosevelt dimes, I invite you to continue your journey with me. Don't miss my video on Washington quarters, where we uncover rare coins, hidden values, and secrets every collector should know. Watching that video will expand your knowledge and help you spot valuable coins in your own collection. Before you go, make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you found this video helpful, like, share, and comment below. Your engagement helps me bring more valuable coin insights straight to you, and I love reading your thoughts on rare coins, mint marks, and auction discoveries. Remember, every coin has a story, and together, we can uncover their secrets.